you are new to the channel, welcome. I do appreciate you joining. If you are already subscribed, thank you very much. Glad you guys could come back and check out another video. We are talking Jay Leno's Garage. Car culture today, Hot Wheels Premium. This is in the wild. Pick these up at Target. So if you guys want to check these out, that is the store to hit right now. They seem to be the only one stocking premiums. Walmart seems to be struggling immensely. First one we're going to take a look at right here. This is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL in red, number 1 of 5. This is not a new casting. We've seen this before in Team Transport, as well as I believe it came in a box diorama as well. Pretty nice, you know. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, it's not super fancy. It's not the Gullwing RLC or nothing like that, but it's still pretty good. Number 2 of 5. This one is very nice. Very nice. This is the McLaren F1. Again, not a brand new casting. However, this is the first time we have seen this casting in premium. And very interesting. This one kind of stands out to me here at Level M, just because when Doug DeMuro did check out his McLaren F1, you know, that was kind of the coolest in-depth that we've seen on one. He checked out Jay Leno's, the exact car. Yes, he pictured on there, which is pretty cool. All right, this is where we get interesting. This is the 66 Chevy Corvair Yenko Stinger. Now, this is a brand spanking new casting in this mix. This is its first debut. White in blue. Looks really good. Does have a pretty nice wheel on there as well. Definitely like this one. It looks pretty good. So we'll crack this guy open. Be interested to see what it looks like. Another new casting in this mix. This is the original Lamborghini Countach LP 5000 QV. This is fantastic. This is a completely ground up, brand new casting. Hot Wheels did do the original Countach way back in the day, but this is on a completely different level. Now, if you are a super lucky person and you are first one to the pegs, you might be lucky enough to find this very car in solid black. It is the Chase model in this mix. Unfortunately, I do not have the Chase this time. I did get the Chase before in the Exotic Envy set, but I wasn't quite lucky to get it in this one. So that's 2 castings, but don't worry. There is a third brand spanking new casting in this mix. This is the Jay Leno Tank Car. It is quite large. It is very large, as a matter of fact. It's kind of odd that Hot Wheels chose to do this particular model, just because it really limits them on what they can use this casting for, and kind of the deco style and whatnot. But regardless, they did it. It still looks pretty good. Should you guys want some deets on the back, there is the deets on the back. Assortment codes, the fanciness, shows you the models, all that kind of stuff, all the licensing, because it's important for the licensing. So let's rip the cards open and take a look at the cars. All right, everybody, we're going to kick this off. We're going to take a look at our Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. And before you even freak out about this one, no, there are no tampo defects on this. That is deliberate. Everything you see on there with the imperfect paint, the imperfect number placards, that is accurate to the one-to-one Mercedes that we are looking at. I think it's really cool, actually, that Hot Wheels was able to put that in there, that they actually put that in there. And it looks good. It looks good. I will admit, briefly, I thought that there might be an issue with the tampos, but we are good. I think it's an awesome detail. It's one of those things that you don't typically get from Hot Wheels. They don't do those little minute details. It's pretty much like, they get the casting down, they get a deco down, and whatever works. But this one is very good, very accurate. Nice front prints on there. Obviously, this is full, echelon level of premium. That means we got tampo everywhere they possibly could. So that looks fantastic. Again, we've seen this in premium before, so it's really nothing new. It does look good in the red. It has also had these wheels on it before, so These wheels seem to be a little bit on the more popular side for the casting itself. But again, very, very good. Definitely not going to be a peg warmer. As a matter of fact, I don't think anything from this set will be a peg warmer. I think this set will be pretty popular. Taking a look at our base, just checking out those deets on there. Looking pretty fancy. In case you want to see those details, always like to include as much information in there as we can. We are going to move on to the McLaren F1. Now, I will tell you guys, pretty much every single model comes with a nice liner in there to help keep the model fresh. This is our McLaren F1. This is the first time we're seeing this guy in premium deco. This is the new casting from Hot Wheels. This is the one that we have seen in black, silver, and orange now. It has always had front and rear tampos, at least on the main line. Now that we do have this in premium, it does get a little bit of extra print on it, although on the surface it doesn't really look all that much. We may get a couple of close-up shots on this one just to get some better information. But I still think it looks good. I think the wheel that they chose is good. I think that's probably one of the best choices they had for wheels on this particular model. It's definitely a 5-spoke, and doing it in just regular gray was a good move too. It looks a little weird in the package, but I think you guys could admit, checking a look at it on our little rotator guy here, it looks pretty fantastic. I especially like the red striping on the side. Very, very nice detail. And of course you can see the side marker lights done up in orange. So just a little bit more finer details. I just kind of want to take a look at the back. That looks pretty good. Does have your McLaren logo. Of course, this one is much, much crisper than you'd get on a main line, which is perfectly nice. Again, just super nice details on there. Not a huge fan of the headlight prints per se. They're more of like a picture printed on there. They even have a little bit of a glare factored in with them. So not a huge fan of that, but other than that, looks pretty good. McLaren logo is very, very small, very hard to see. Take a look at our base real quick. It is a matte black base. There is the premium base. So R32. Moving up in the ranks, moving up in the year as well. All right, we're going to move on to our very first casting, or first brand new casting, I should say. 1966 Chevy Corvair Yenko Stinger. Now, when you're talking Jay Leno's garage, I mean, Hot Wheels could easily, literally, do an entire premium series just based on his garage. And I do believe that they have enough castings that exist already that they could make it last for many, many years, kind of like what they did with the Fast and Furious line. Although I don't think they'll do that. I think that Jay Leno's garage will continue to pop up in other lines, but very, very nice one here. This one looks pretty good. Definitely not a car that I thought that they would do. I would never think that they would do a Corvair really in any aspect. Obviously, they didn't do just a Corvair. They did a Yenko Corvair. And not only did they do a Yenko one, they did Jay Leno. So, of course, Hot Wheels said, if we're going to do it, we're going to go all out. This one looks especially nice. I think the casting is perfect, especially like the curvature on the rear end, that custom kind of setup on the back. The duckbill, kind of duckbill spoiler on there a little bit, looks pretty good. The prints look very, very good. We'll take some up close to this one as well. Just because it is a new casting. Does have some nice chrome details on there. See if maybe that's part of the base or part of the interior. Always nice to get that detail. There is the side profile. It looks pretty good. I do like the wheel choice. I think they did a good job. There is your front prints. Does have that Yenko badge there in the front. Looks pretty good. In case you guys were wondering about the Yenko, it is, or not the Yenko, but the Corvair itself, it is a rear-mounted engine, so definitely something different. There is plate detail in there, so just trying to get that up in there. Looks pretty good. So very, very nice details. Those are, I believe the bumpers are part of the interior, but they may be completely separate pieces. Just looking at the kind of assembly, it's pretty impressive. This model looks to sport quite a few different pieces, so that looks pretty good. There is the base deets. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty shocked. That's actually a pretty nice casting. They did a pretty good job on that. All right, moving on to another brand spanking new casting. Yes, we are talking Lamborghini Countach. And of course, unfortunately, just like Exotic Envy, the Lamborghini will be your chase piece. This guy in solid black with black wheels will be the chase piece if you are lucky enough to get one. I was unfortunately not. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I had a buddy pull these off the pegs for me because he has a little bit more time hunting than I do. And I'm very happy about that. This one, in the package it was good enough, but loose, whole nother level. Hot Wheels has done a fantastic job proportionalizing their new castings over the years. You know, they've always been like these little skinny things. Hot Wheels has always been skinny and small. Now they're getting some girth to them. They're nice and wide. They're actually much more 1/64 scale like they should be. Even though the majority of them kind of get, size to the blister. This guy has tan interior, looks really, really good. If you guys are a Hot Wheels collector, you know there is an RLC Countach, which is extremely nice. And so I think Hot Wheels has had a little bit of practice making some Lambos, just a little bit of practice. Obviously, this guy, brand new casting, definitely going to take a look at him. Details on the back, prints look very good. That section underneath with the, kind of mufflers right there, the exhaust, that is part of the interior. So it is sprayed black to contrast. Didn't quite turn out all that great, but it still looks pretty good. Then, of course, the infamous scoop on the side looks very, very nice. Nice print on those as well. There is the front details. Looks really, really good. The Lamborghini logo looks pretty good. It's tiny, but it looks pretty good. And, of course, just taking a look at it from a little bit lower. It's very nice. And then the top profile. I love that it's wingless. Absolutely fantastic choice. Taking a look at the base, we'll flip this around. Obviously, metal base. Very nice details on the base. Looks very, very good. Nice and wide. One of the things that I think you guys will probably agree with, the wheels, not the best choice, but, Hot Wheels doesn't really have that kind of 5-hole wheel to throw on there. So I think they did a pretty good job. All right, we're going to move on to the Jay Leno Tank Car. This is another brand spanking new casting number 3, brand new, in this mix. This thing is just cool. It's just cool. There's really no way around it. The tank car in real life is cool. Now that it's a Hot Wheels, it's cool. I don't know who else has made it. I'm sure somebody's made it, but this is probably the most affordable one you'll ever find. It is, kind of raw metal Zamic, which of course it is. The actual real one is stainless steel. Looks pretty good. I really, really like this. It looks super good. It does have those nice big fat slicks on the back. Does have some small print for some taillights. Looks pretty good. The interior is very small, comparatively speaking, because this is a very, very large vehicle in real life. So I think they did a pretty good job kind of, minimizing it and getting it into a blister. Obviously, the front end's a little odd just because the way they have to assemble it. They got to put quite a bit of metal in there just to make it rigid. It is, after all, sort of a toy. I wouldn't call this a toy, but it's from a toy company. There are a lot of additional pieces on it in chrome. They are plastic, but they look pretty good. There is a little bit of a windshield on there as well. Again, I think Hot Wheels is getting to the point where they realize you're just going to have to do a lot of parts to make certain models. They don't do it with everything. Obviously, the Lamborghini was very simple. The Corvair seemed a bit involved, and of course, this guy seems a bit involved as well. Super, super crazy, insane detail for the motor. Just all that chrome in there. Goes all the way back for the exhaust. I believe that's the exhaust. It comes out by the taillights, potentially. Not too familiar with the real tank car, so I do apologize if I got that wrong. I think the wheels look fantastic. Of course, lots and lots of metal. Does have the logo right there on the hood. Looks pretty good. Just a red dot, basically. The base is not solid though. So although they did have to put quite a bit of metal in there, it is not solid. So Hot Wheels still got that nice detail in there. This is the other side of the tank car. Again, that very small interior. That is printed. That has a printed dashboard. Look at that. Look how good that is. I just realized that. Fantastic. Printed dashboard. And of course, an actual plastic windshield. You see that in there? That is actual glass windshield. Looks pretty good. This is pretty good, actually. I'm quite surprised. This is actually a lot better than I thought. There is your base deets up on this biz. I'm really amazed. I'm really shocked. This is far better than any pictures ever could have stated it was. Looks really good. As a matter of fact, he's definitely going to have to be a highlight. As a matter of fact, I think you guys already realize we have to go out with the brand new castings. Yes, I love the McLaren. I really do. But the fact that this set has 3 brand spanking new castings is a big deal. We'll just kind of do a little bit of a cameo appearance of the other 2 in the back. So there you go. That is Jay Leno Car Culture Mix out now. It's one of the best of the year. It's easily one of the best of the year. Hot Wheels is just absolutely killing it with the premium stuff. The problem is you just can't find it on the pegs. So if you get lucky, scoop them up. Definitely worth every single penny. That tank car is just amazing. It's not better than the Countach, but it's really close. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you got a favorite in there. Let me know if you have thoughts on what might be a peg warmer, something that may not maybe sell as well. Or just, want to throw your opinions out about, one of those 5 or all the 5. But anyways, appreciate it. I'll read all the comments. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Thanks for watching Level M Diecast. Peace!